welcome back to another episode of Talkin Shit ATL with your hosts Amanda Ellenberg
and I'm Prodigy Q.
And here's little Ted. Yes. Oh, that was cute. You gotta go on YouTube because that was really cute.
Yeah.
What? So I'm gonna give them a little bit of behind the scenes today. Okay,
Cool.
So today we personally are celebrating our 1 year anniversary.
Yes.
Because that came out last week. If you catch out last week's episode, I hope y'all were celebrating. We were celebrating last week as well when we filmed it. But today we're celebrating together. We're filming an episode. And we're doing something that we've been talking about for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
In the last episode, or 2 episodes ago, we did mention, we're just going to try to just talk and kind of talk shit, shoot the shit, all the things.
Yeah, truly fuck around and find out, you say.
Right. So we figured we should, give you guys that a little bit more. I know we got a lot of good feedback from the anniversary episode with all of our guests coming back and letting us know how we've grown, and then of course what they like to see. And I don't know if we challenged you guys, but definitely we would love to know what you all would like to see. So definitely leave that in the comments. Again, tell us how we've grown, how you've seen us grown throughout this 1 year. And it's been a very interesting and great and a learning experience for this 1 year for sure. And doing all of this.
Yeah.
And so it's been really dope. It's really cool. It's really exciting. Especially even feeling like the episode we had a lot of guests and stuff. That was really cool.
Yeah,
that was really fun.
It was so fun.
And it just was reminiscent of again, really how we grown and how we come so far in doing this. And so I'm excited for another year.
I know, and it'll keep on getting better.
Yes.
It was really nice to see everyone just a period, because I missed them, but also it was really cool to see oh my God, we've had multiple guests. We've all grown. They've grown. They've had experiences since then. They've been able to see it. They've seen really day one to now, and what a huge difference it is. And I think that it people will go back, especially more and more into the future, they'll go back and see the difference, but so quickly. But our friends got to see it in real time. We got to experience it in real time, and there's just something so special about that. So special shout out to anybody that's been here from day one.
Yes.
Oh my God, y'all are the realest of the real, okay? Because there was some tragedies. The content was always hidden, but technologically there was some tragedies.
Yeah, and that's the stuff that made the camera, but all the things that didn't make the camera. Oh man, listen.
And y'all stuck with us, and y'all were rooting for us. And thank you to anyone that's come along. If this is your first time catching us, thank you. You're just as important to us. Right.
I was watching the first episodes, and before we had our welcome to what I'm saying. So it was always hey, we started talking. Oh, wait a minute. I'm something about
maybe I should introduce
myself. It's just so funny. You tell and he's of course you're always say listen guys, we working on it.
Yeah.
So the disclaimer from the jump, maybe to see the future, it was amazing. You guys, I promise to get better.
Yeah,
and it has. So
it has.
But some of those early episodes, they're just hilarious.
Yeah,
so many ways. And again, seeing just how before we come, y'all don't even know the half for real.
For real, we tell y'all a lot, but y'all don't even know.
Oh my gosh!
And Teddy looks so different.
Yeah, he do.
My poor little baby.
He was so small.
I know.
I
do miss being able to carry him, but I'm glad he's not starving.
Yeah, you're right. And he definitely not skipping any meals.
No, he ain't for real.
Meals and snacks.
But he's grown so much too, because I used to have to only feed him in the slow feeder with a bunch of water, because he'd just scarf it down because he didn't think he had another meal coming, and now we're on regular bowls.
Right, I've seen it.
With a little bit of water just to mix around, because he gets fancy food and dry food. Yeah. But he not that much water, because if there's a bunch of water, then he's like, bitch, I moved on from this.
Right. I've been saying that too. I don't.
Yeah.
I've had to do real light too.
Yeah.
He is
And he eats it slow. Sometimes he doesn't even fully finish it, and he'll come back to it.
Right, just surprised. That was a big surprise. I was like, yo, you all right? You good?
I know. It made me worried at first. Yeah. I was like, this is so unlike him. And my mom was even saying, like, when he went over to their house, because she thought she was only going to have a few hours of them playing and was going to have to drive him back, because she was like, but he actually did so well. Mm-hmm. She kept him the whole day. It was like 10 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And he did so good. My boy is growing up.
All the things when you couldn't even drive him in the car and
I know.
All that. I remember that you pulled over freaking out. Yo, he's throwing up.
Yeah. Well, now I found a system. He just doesn't eat before going. It like hours before going in the car. Like if he got to eat, it's got to be hours before because he will throw up. But he also tomorrow. I'm sorry, you just had something in your eye. Cute boy. Tomorrow is my gotcha day.
Yes.
So I got him. If not when this episode comes out, but we're giving you behind the scenes a little bit today. But it is my gotcha day for him, and a year after I found him. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get him some kind of special treat from the store at least. Right. And celebrate with him. Maybe make up a gotcha day birthday song.
Oh, yeah. I know you will.
Happy gotcha day to you.
Say it.
Oh, bless you. Thanks, buddy.
That's giving it back. You got all that back, mama.
I know. I don't know what I would do without this little boy. And I don't know what I would do without this big boy right here. Yeah. I really do appreciate you. And I'm like, so happy we're doing this. So.
Yes.
Yeah, so tell me what's up. What's on your mind?
Sheesh. What is on my mind?
Catch me up. We didn't do any of our catch up today.
I know. Random things on my mind.
I know. You're like trying to filter a little bit.
all kind of random things for real.
Oh my God, look how cute he's cuddled up with this
bear. I love to see it because we hardly ever get to see it.
I know.
he was in this comment a long time, so
I know.
It's been real cool.
It's because he played for 10 hours yesterday.
Okay. He's like, I'm done. I'm done. I spent the past couple of days watching like first 48 and stuff, and like.
Oh no!
I know, so wow.
How are you doing? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great. It's just,
that shit makes me anxious and sad.
It is a little crazy because some of you listen. It was.
We got our teeth.
Yeah, you do.
The teeth.
It's so good, but it was one of the things that and I get caught up in those kind of shows and cold case stuff. You get the CSI, but it's like real version. So it's like this. You get all the stories and the backstories and. Of course, after you watch it, then of course it's like checking your windows and make sure the door locked because you do get a little slight paranoia. But it'd be so good and interesting. But the ones I was watching
they are interesting.
Too wild. It was like beyond 48 hours or whatever, and there was like this one guy. I had to really we'll have to find his name and get right something. But he apparently was involved in this murder type of thing. Like they were gonna go rob a store, and the other guy he was with, the guy owned the store, and so was gonna go rob him, but it kind of went bad because he's like a war veteran, so he was like I'm not taking my stuff. So of course he fought him best we could, but of course they beat him really badly, and then the other guy shot him. But of course they found them.
Trigger warning for all this.
All this, yeah.
Trigger warning for what may be today, anyways, because we don't even know.
Right. So, but it's just so crazy, So it's like, so then they go to jail. They get caught. They do go to jail. But then the right guy, after 8 years or so, I think he was 19 in the U.S. 8 years or so, ended up escaping. he managed to escape. Him and I think it was
How did he escape?
They said that so he was in max security, and then I guess over 8 years, I guess he he got there young, so they ended up moving him to minimum security prison. So and that one didn't have, especially at the time, because it happened around the 60s, early 70s. So this particular one didn't have fence up,
The
guard nothing. You know what I mean? So basically,
you just walk right.
And then they said
I would too.
And they said he hot wired the or allegedly, because he was like he really he wasn't gonna make no comment, but he was like allegedly they had hot wired the warden's car. And which I thought was kind of badass. And it was like that. And he said something. He was like, basically, yeah, I know the warden was pissed.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep Teddy modest. Yeah. He keeps on trying to flash y'all.
But so then so he escapes, and then they barely catch him. You know what I'm saying? Because they end up catching two of the other guys. And then eventually they had to start, but they them caught him. But they like went to another country for a while, and then so then. He was like hiding for a bit, so then somehow he became like part of like the Panther Party, the Black Panther Party. Mm-hmm. So he became a part of that. It was really kind of a radical in it and all this stuff, and then ended up hijacking a plane.
Oh my god!
This is like this show like news coverage, like this is the whole thing. It was just like
I remember hearing stories about like hijacking planes and stuff hijacking cars. I didn't realize it was all the same damn person.
Yeah, it's like so he hijacked the plane and he was telling them like, we want you to take us to I don't even know, so it was some part of Africa. I didn't even heard. It was some town, some city, I think part of Africa. And then the pilot's like, first of all, like, we're not even gonna make it there. Like, are you serious? Like, you'll take you where? It's like, yeah. I mean, the question was serious,
Were they gassed up and everything, or
no? So they had the flight. They had to pass, because they of course got into like the cockpit, the whole thing, held him with a gun, all this crazy stuff.
So he hijacked the plane once he was already in the plane, and there were other people in the plane.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like full passengers?
Yeah, everything, yeah. So, they end up making their man saying that they want to go there and they want $1 million in cash. So, they got them the $1 million, and they made like the officer or FBI agent, whoever, they made like, kind of strip down to bring it on. And then they told to take off. They took off. They released the hostages, and so pretty much just them and then like the pilot pretty much at that point, and then they made it to the country. Well, actually they had to stop in Boston to gas up, and then they orchestrated that for them too. They orchestrated that too. Let them gas up in Boston, which I was confused by. That part I was like, wait, what? Like
you had the opportunity.
How did they have But they stopped in Boston, gassed up. And they made this person who had the gas up strip down, do the same thing again, and they made it to their destination. And I was thinking, okay, well, clearly they're going to have people there ready to. Not the case. They was able to get off, and then they end up catching like the other guys involved, but somehow this same guy was able to wiggle out again. So they end up getting flying, getting the plane back. So, and I heard that because I kind of like spaced out a little bit during this part, but they also, from what I heard, like gave the money back too. They like gave them, it was able to get the money back, and then they said the plane went back. And so
they were just basically like, you can't have the $1 million, but you can run away. Like, what did they? How did they?
That's what I don't know. Maybe he paid the $1 million to let them get off and stuff. Cause I kind of missed that part. I was like, wait a minute. So I did hear the part he said he gave the $1 million back, and I heard the plane went back. So is he still at large? So this is the crazy thing. So this is like, so now he evaded them again, and so then they not going to find him for like next 30 years. So they had like these 3 tasked people, like kind of retired, some retirees. So crazy. It's crazy. So he ended up going to this. He ended up leaving that area that they dropped him off in and getting to some town in Africa. And then when he was in Africa, he was in a small little town village. Is
he acting right?
He was like when they interviewed him, they paid him as like a Samaritan. Like he was helping them fix roads. He really became He was like, he didn't look at his work. Like, he was really like, he knew, he could talk to people. So he knew they was like, he was the go-to. Like, if you needed somebody to do something, you hit him up and he's like, oh yeah, I know this person. Oh yeah, this person will do it. So he was like, able to connect people. He was like, for everything. So when the locals talk about, like, he was even over there with like what would have been like their prime minister. being invited to their house, like
holy shit,
he was.
He really turned that life around.
He did, but the family, of course, is like, nah, we want it. So they was really, and then the people, that like I said, was like, well, retired.
The family of the victim,
yeah, because it was like, would have been her. It would have been her. It was her dad, because it was an older woman, so it was her dad, and then of course she had her kids, so it was their granddad. So. But they was like not so the task force, and there's like 3 guys who was like kind of stayed on the case to like really try to find him. Yeah. And so they found out he was there, and then somehow they ended up getting a tip to where he was like currently, and so they went to go get him. They surrounded him, the whole thing. But this time he was in I think it would be Portugal. Maybe Portugal. So I think he was there. And so he had been there for like 10 years at that point, already like had a wife, had 2 kids, had to like got an alias name, and was able to get citizenship under that name, the whole thing. So they brought him.
That shit scares me for real. I'm not even kidding. It scares me so much. I'm like, have I ever met anybody in witness protection? Like, have I ever met someone that used to be a criminal?
It do make you think about it. Like, sometimes I just be walking around just like the city, or like just a martyr sometimes and stuff.
Yeah, or like, are my neighbors doing evil shit? They got bodies in the basement. Like, oh no.
It do, especially because like, and so they end up getting him, but because he was like already in Portugal and stuff and all of that, Portugal had to kind of agree. Because of their laws, they saw him as a citizen, so they had to agree to let him go. And then Portugal was like, "Nah, he one of us," so they had to take him back. So he's out still.
Oh my god! Not the country stands on business. They said he's ours.
So.
You don't have claim to him anymore. So, the second he got off that plane, he was not yours anymore.
At all. But his whole thing was that too. He was trying to say, he was like, that part of me.
He did make a better life.
He's like, that part of me isn't there. And at the end of the day, like, guilty by association.
And the states would never see him as anything otherwise, too.
Right, and that's why, of course, the states are fighting to get him back here. But, but it's like, that's what he said. He's like, I did all these things. I done, helped all these people out of literally, he's even in the episode, he's like a remorseful, like, wish I could did, wish I could say I'm sorry, but, the whole thing is, at the end of the day, I'm, guilty in my part, but I wasn't the trigger man. Is his argument in a sense. I didn't, the final blow, but still, But I just thought it was just so crazy because it's just like, because there's another like this about this kid, and for like 2 years he was on like on the run, and like he ended up getting 9 years. They ended up getting he's like barefoot bandit. It's like a big thing like in the early kind of late 2000s apparently. It's the whole thing. I didn't even know. But he was hijacking planes that he learned how to fly from a DVD that he bought with a stolen credit card, or like literally how to fly planes. And he literally started like he literally hijacked he was like a small charter plane. So he literally like somehow stole 5 planes, like that's literally insane. And drove them himself. Like he was like 16, 17, like something crazy. But he's like had a bad lifestyle and stuff like that. But the whole thing I'm getting to it with those stories is that it really made me feel like, Q, you're not living enough. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm like, these people are.
You gotta go fly some planes.
As crazy as it is, though, it's just like, these people are doing extreme things out here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do think about that a lot, though. Like, I don't want to do nothing crazy like that.
Right, but you know what I mean? Like,
I do want to, like, jump out of a plane. Like, I want to go skydiving. Would you go skydiving? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been like, what you thinking?
What? I'm thinking you were scared of that face,
Mm-hmm.
Because if there was a way to strap a camera to us where we could do like at least part of an episode,
but they do though.
Skydiving.
They let you, you pay for your footage or whatever.
Yeah, but I don't know if there's like mics enough to pick it up. Like you get footage, but I don't think you can really hear what people are saying.
Oh yeah, maybe.
It would be cool to at least get our intro. Yeah. Like, welcome to Talkin Sh ATL.
I feel like I do a lot of things that be just like, this is torture. Like, why am I doing? Like when I got tattoos, or anytime I get on a roller coaster, I'm like, I'm going up. I'm like, yo, why? Like that's the worst part. The worst part of roller coaster to me is the going up part. Like,
yeah, the best is the drop.
Yeah, but I'm just like, and the whole time I'm going up is completely dread. Why are you up here, Q? Why are you doing this? Look down. You see that? That's crazy. Why? You know what I'm saying? So it's like it is so slow. So the whole time,
I know.
And then by the time you just see a sky, it's like I was like, they're like, yo, this is the worst decision I made. And I'm only out here. It was hot. It was a long line. This is, so I started thinking about like all the things. So.
I don't think it's the worst decision ever. I actually just panic about like Final Destination. I'm just like hearing the clicks and I'm like waiting. I'm like, they better all click, and are they gonna all click? And then I start thinking about the mechanic, the mechanisms of a roller coaster and how it's built and how just like one pin out of place.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm up there thinking like, yo, this is a bad decision. I could have been back on the ground where I'm safe. I'm up here for a 30-second thrill.
But then once I'm at the top, then I think, oh, my stomach's about to drop. That's gonna be fun. Like I can't wait for that.
They say you
gotta, hope it goes well.
I used to be like, and they're like, you gotta scream. So now, I'm screaming real.
I scream.
Listen, you think I'm just playing?
I scream and I put my hands up
for my life. No, I'm screaming for my whole life, for real life. I got permission to scream. Scream what you do. I'm trying to hold it and be cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
I remember.
I'm letting it out.
I think it was the first time I was allowed to go to Six Flags by myself, and I think it was either 8th grade or like summer going to 9th grade. I don't know, somewhere around there, like spring or summer of before high school, and maybe it was Halloween. I don't know. I was dating this boy, and we went on. What's it called? The drop one? Mm-hmm. I can't remember what it's called.
Like sitting?
And then you just literally go up and down, up and down. So we went on that one, and it's going to bug me that I don't remember the name. And, like, I was screaming happy, and he was screaming like he was about to have a heart attack. He really was, and he was cussing. And afterwards, he was like, I ain't doing that shit again.
Ain't doing it no more.
And I wanted to go back on.
Like, and I realized that, like, especially as I started really getting older, like, how much I really don't like amusement parks for real. Because it's just like... And it's more the experience of like the rides of it are great, but I'm the type of person where I feel like I gotta get some money because I need to be the type of person that I'm renting this whole thing out myself because I can't do the long walk all day in the heat in long outlines for 45-second thrill just to like it's just like
what you gotta do is not go during the summer, go in the spring. Take off a day of work and go on a weekday, because then you have the whole bitch to yourself and you don't have to pay more.
Oh, okay.
That's how you do it.
Okay, it's like I gotta go on the off days because
unless there's like a school trip there, then you're fine.
Yeah, I'd be like, yo, like so you're in lines to be longer than the ride.
The weekends are horrible for.
I'd be so mad
for theme parks.
Like, this is not okay. And the only thing I really want to do for real is just eat. That's the only reason I'm here.
They actually have Six Flags has really good deals every single year on a yearly pass. They have like I can't remember what time of the year that they have their sale, but it ends up costing it either costs less than the price of 2-day admissions or it's just like right around there, slightly more. So like you go but either way I know it's like you go 3 times, it's done and paid for within a year, and it includes parking. So because then you could just go for a couple hours here, a couple hours there. Like you don't have to push yourself.
Right.
And then you could go during the times that people aren't there. Like you could go towards the end of the day or like right when it opens, as long as it's not a Saturday. Right when it opens, it won't be too crazy.
Oh, see, I'm about to try those things. Otherwise, I hate it. Like, you want to go? No, I don't. I don't want to do none of that. You know what I'm saying?
I miss going to theme parks.
My select few rides that I get on that. Okay, I get on that one. Okay, cool. Other than that, I'm okay. I'm good. I don't.
I miss going to theme parks bad. I'm more of a Universal than Disney girly too, and I stand on that.
Those I could do. Universal's
my favorite.
Yes, I haven't done Universal.
It's so fun. I want to go back just for Harry Potter World, honestly. Like, I think people act like it's overrated, and I get it because everyone's obsessed, but those are the best rides. They have so much story to them, and then you're entering a whole different world that looks so much like Harry Potter World. The bank ride is crazy. It looks so, like, legit. It really shows, like, how far we've come in technology, honestly, is Harry Potter World.
Yeah,
like, it really does.
Yeah.
They, like, utilize everything that they could. Because even there's different parts where, like, you got wind in your face when you're, like, but it's not because the ride's moving. It's because they're, like, made it that way. Right. They, like, made special effects and stuff. And, I love it. I miss it. I had a fucking season pass during COVID and didn't get to use it.
Of course.
And then they only gave you, like, 3 months extra. That was, like, their package to, like, make up for COVID. But COVID was way longer than 3 months.
Right.
And I was gonna go, and then I got COVID, and it was the worst illness of my life. And I was just so depressed, and I was so scared. And I didn't want to have it again. And then also, like, where I was living, like, they were talking a lot of mess about how I basically shouldn't do anything ever or hang out with anybody ever because I'm trying to unalive them by doing it. So it was just a weird time. So I never got to go back, and I miss it. I miss it. Universal was always my favorite because that's the one that, like, I didn't go a bunch, but I went there more growing up. Like, I went a few times. I only went to Disney once when I was 5, and then when I worked there. And then Universal, I went there for, I think, 2 different school trips.
Yeah, I'm so mad I didn't get that job. I really tried.
At Disney?
Yeah, I was this close.
Don't be bad.
When I say I was in there.
I'm very thankful for it. It taught me a lot.
Yeah.
I am glad that I am where I am right now and not right there.
I guess so. Because I was there. I had the interviews. Made it, but the one thing that got me, the only reason, I had it. They was ready. My interviews all went great, like a whole 9 yards. So they was excited. But when it came down to me cutting my hair, and I told them, no. That was the end of that immediately.
So
it was so crazy because you can
I took out my nose ring for them.
Yeah, like you can only have it to like the back of, like, if you had, it was getting. I mean, I think now they allow different hairs and stuff now.
Yeah, they allow more.
Yeah, but then it was like, a certain length, and I mean, I was have to really cut it really short. And I was thinking about even trying to, like, just keep it braided up until that point. But it was already kind of done.
Yeah,
you
couldn't have worn your earrings either.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been.
Yeah.
But I mean,
if that was like the difference, you would have just taken out your ears.
Especially because on the weekends you get, your time. So I would have put them in.
Well, not on the weekends necessarily. But
whatever your off days. Yeah. So I would, I would have had them in on those days. But my hair, that would have been 365 as long as I'm there. So I was like,
I learned a lot. Like, I'm definitely thinking for it. I'm glad I did it. I just, like, I'm glad that I'm not trying to do it again.
Yeah. That's good to know. I guess good to know. Because,
and I miss the people that I did meet there, though. Because it was cool to, like, work with people from all over the world. That part was really cool. It was super cool. And to see all the behind the scenes was really cool.
Yeah. That's what I like. But I did hear it get crazy and long.
Yeah.
All the things. So overall, I am grateful that, life had different plans for me.
Yeah.
For that, because I already know. With the way I am too, I wouldn't have made it anyway. I wouldn't have made it. You know what? Y'all can have this. I tell y'all where y'all can go. And
Hey, little boy, come here.
I know
his head is blocking all of you right now. Come here. Come here. His head. It was just me in the back of his head.
There you go.
The back of your head looking ridiculous.
There we go.
Good boy. Good boy. You probably H-O-T. I am too. I'm trying not to show my toesies, but I am steaming.
I know.
I realized while we were talking to the vet how I rearranged the room. I entirely blocked the vet.
Oh, really?
So, so there hasn't been air circulating in here for a few days because I didn't have the fan on and I plugged the vet.
Oh, wow. And then we got the fan going. But I'm actually surprisingly, I am okay.
Well, also this is way thicker than that, and I had him on top of me, so I'm like,
I feel
cooking.
I feel that. I'm just sipping tea.
Oh, speaking of cooking, I made some. It's not really cooking, but I made some mocktails yesterday. They were really good, and I was trying to think of like pairings with them, and I can I ask the people, or you want me to not?
Yeah.
Okay. We were thinking about doing an episode where we do like a pairings menu where I create mocktails and then Q creates the food, or then we can switch off, whatever.
Yeah.
So let us know what you think.
Yeah.
And what kind of like, if there's any dietary restrictions we should try to do, or I mean, we definitely gonna have to do my dietary restrictions unless you just go eat the food. But yeah, but what kind of vibe we're going for? If we should set a theme, or like if you want to see us actually cook it, or just bring out the food and show it, or what?
Oh, that'd be so dope.
Yeah.
Either way, all the things. So yeah, definitely let us know that.
Yeah, but I was just thinking about that yesterday. I was like, damn, these are some good mocktails. So.
Sheesh. Yeah.
But we could even do a blindfold test where I make the mocktails and you don't see me do it, and then I blindfold you and you try to tell me all the ingredients.
That'd be dope too.
Yeah.
Let's do all that. I love all those ideas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I do miss like your drinks and stuff, like, you know.
I know.
I'm so happy for the road to sobriety. You're making some good drinks, and I
used to make. I used to put it down.
Yes, you did. I was like, oh.
Now you just get some milk and tea. And water. Because I really don't have as many things around the house. I do have some, but some of it's non-alcoholic beer, or it's just ginger ale. Like, that's about it. I don't have all the fixings that I used to have.
All kind of ice cream things.
Yeah. I still think in the outside fridge I have that ice cream, though.
Really?
If you want it, you can have it. I'm not going to eat it. So crazy. I meant to give it to you a while ago, but I just thought about how I think it's in the outside fridge. Yeah. Yeah, we're fancy. We have inside and outside fridges.
You gotta get some outside.
No, you can chalk that up to the man that owns this house.
They got two fridges. Where they at?
I got two fridges. One for the regular eating, one for the.
I was gonna say two.
I don't know.
I was gonna say two fridges. Your back ain't never gonna be unbig. You got two fridges.
Your back ain't never gonna be what?
Unbig.
Unbig?
Yeah.
Is that a saying?
Yeah, you know people say unbig your back. Big back. Big back.
I hear people say big back, but not unbig it.
Yeah, unbig it. You gotta unbig your back. Because you
got the rolls and stuff?
You gotta unbig.
Yeah, I am working on unbigging my back.
I've been working on it. I look at the day like, golly, I was there. Why?
Yeah. My beads are starting to go down a little bit. I can't show y'all. Then I'd get this count removed.
Right.
But they are starting to go down. And then I bought these shoes today. I don't know if they're going to work. I might have got. Yeah. But I bought these shoes that are like compression shoes that have a bunch of... They look like the most uncomfortable things in the world. So I don't know. But the reviews were great. And everybody was like, I lost 7 pounds. I lost 17 pounds. I don't know. But they like have pressure points in certain parts of your feet. And it's supposed to help you release the cortisol, which is your stress hormone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which will just make you happier and healthier. And like a lot of people lose weight. So we shall see.
Yeah.
Even if I don't lose the weight, like I just honestly get this cortisol out of my motherfucking body because it is strong in here. It's probably the strongest one in my body.
Did you, so are they comfortable? Did you wear them?
No, I just bought them today.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe by the next episode, I'll have a review for you.
Yeah, nice.
And I'll tell y'all the truth, because that's one thing for real. Whenever like we or I get sponsorships or you get sponsorships, I know both of us. Like, I'm not gonna just say it's good because they're paying me.
Yeah, right.
Honestly,
I
can't. That's why I'm not gonna. If I know the product I'm not going to accept it unless I think they're good. If I don't know the product, like, I'm going to leave you an honest review. Like, you can't send me a shitty product and expect me to say it's gold.
It's great. You know, because I feel like there's my name behind this stuff. You know, every day the people, trust my opinion on stuff to then just do because you paid me. Like, it's...
And, like, I just hate that all of our apps are so inundated with sponsorships now. Right. So crazy. And that I don't know who to trust, especially when it's some random that I've never seen. I'm like, I don't know you. Right. I don't know what you're about. I don't know if I can trust you. So, like, I really hope that and pray that, like, I get some sponsorships because I really want to tell the people what's up for real.
Right, now, right.
And not, like, waste their money and get them just on a consumer culture, but not actually helping them.
Right. Which I do think you got to, of course, find the brands that, align with, what you... your own beliefs, your own likes, your own wants. Don't be, try to send the random, something I don't even want to use every day. You know what I mean? Like, something crazy, and I'm like, oh yeah, it was great.
What would be your number one like product you'd want sent to you?
Cannabis.
Yes! That's a great answer!
I love.
Oh my God.
If there are any cannabis sponsors, I'm your boy.
Yeah, there are some. Yeah. I need to look into it because there's one that sponsors one of the podcasts I listen to, and I could see. And we're a cheaper rate than they are, so
right.
But that would actually be genius. I never even thought about that. Well, I did when I listened to that podcast, but I forgot about it until now. Because I'd love a way to like. I that's one thing that I really like about it being legalized is being able to know like what the effects are and being able to like pick the right medicine for you. You know,
and that's what I would like focus on to like bring me the things and then this is how this help. Yeah. This is all the things the flavors, the taste. So which I am thinking about and working on something for that. In doing that. As well, like how can I kind of incorporate that into some content kind of stuff? So, now
I'm all out in the open with our 420 episodes.
Yeah,
so
right.
It is
and
what
all the things,
it is.
like I said, not even just necessarily like the kind of the drug part of it, but even like very CBDs, THC, A's and
the oils,
all the different
lotions,
like all the different varieties of it.
It's just that people see it as a drug first because of everything, all the history that we don't even have to get into. Right. I think we got into it enough.
Which is why I want to debunk it all too and be like, nah, this is
for real.
Because again, I talked to so many people too who again, like we did talk about a lot of this in the episode, but again, who like.
But I still didn't get to share everything,
right?
Because I was, I was feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
But all the people who really, I've spoken to who really have said, how it's helped them and helps them, the pain and all the things. People who are, insomniacs and sleeping, people who really, don't have appetites, and it helps you eat. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, I mean, I was watching just recently. I saw, I think on social media, there was like, I think the Mirror in New York with like the craziest like kind of I guess it was like illegal. I mean, either it's legal there, but I guess certain stores are selling it. I guess with proper permits or whatever. So they like seized like I don't know. It was like I think maybe like $15 million worth of. They burnt it. They're like so they seized it. And burnt
I would be
all.
Standing so close to that
fire. Deep in hell.
Let that go to waste? Are you crazy?
It was just so much. I was like,
oh my God,
that is insane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, so it's like, you could have definitely just took it and sold it to other markets or other places where it is legal. And,
right, exactly. Give them a discount or something.
Like, you just burnt it all.
It's insane. That's so insane.
And
that's
I feel
disgusting.
And I feel honestly. Like, again, like, we got these kind of pushes still for this. And like I said, man, fentanyl and opioids are running rampant.
I found $1 on the ground the other day and I grabbed some like toilet paper and I did debate it though because it's disgusting because I was in the bathroom. But I'm cheap and I'm like, and I still have it wrapped up in the toilet paper because I haven't touched it. So I'm like, how do I clean this and make me feel okay that this dollar is in the bathroom? But I did find it and I was like, I like grabbed a bunch of toilet paper, grabbed it and shook it off. I was like trying to see if anything fell off.
Yeah, right.
Because you know they put fentanyl on like dollar bills and stuff. So when people picked them up, they were getting poisoning. So, yeah, I took it. I tried to shake it out. I took some more toilet paper. I wiped it. Right. I was, like, trying to make sure. And then I wrapped it in toilet paper. And I'm like, okay, well, if there is fentanyl in there, hopefully it doesn't.
Right. Oh, that's horrible. Can't even find money on the street.
All that for a bathroom dollar.
Right. I would have took that dollar, too. And I would have took it without less precaution. You wouldn't even thought about that.
I did immediately. I did. Sounds like this is weird. It was a weird spot. It wasn't just like.
See, I would end up giving it, transferring the fentanyl because typically what happens with like $5 and stuff, I normally keep it. And of course, because we're in Atlanta, then typically somebody's always asking for money. So typically it's like, oh, guess what?
I actually have a dollar. Yeah. I did that.
That didn't happen the other day. Somebody was like, you got a dollar? You know what? I literally just found $1. So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's the best. I found $1 one day, and then there's this woman like on my way to work that always stands on the side of the road selling candy apples.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how hot it is, she's selling them apples.
Yeah.
And she's doing it in pants a lot of times. I'm like, girl, you're crazy. I don't see you have any water. So I didn't have any money to actually buy her candy apples, which I still need to. I need to get some money, put it in there so that I can buy them because I just want to help her out. I feel so bad for her in this heat.
I know, so crazy.
She could have been selling anything.
I feel like, it's the give or take of, like, I've been, especially like now in the season, of course in the summer too, you got all the, you know what I'm saying, I guess the water boys is what we'll call them back. Yeah. You know what I mean? But so it's so crazy that, which I love to see. I love to see that more so than just some other person panhandling, just to panhandle. Because I feel like, you got these boys out here literally in the heat. You know what I'm saying? Like, selling, and it's worth like $1 or whatever. And you got this man literally over here just with a sign, can I, and I like that approach better.
I hate when people walk right next to my car and stare at me or yell at me. Yeah, that's so scary. It is. I hate that, especially, honestly, if it's a man. Sorry.
Yeah, I've seen some dudes, like, literally, like, I've seen one dude, they're at the light, right? They're at the light, and he had his whole wheelchair in front of the person's car, and then he's like on the side, like basically trying to ask them for money and stuff. Like,
so he parked his wheelchair, crawled out, and then he
was standing up. He was standing up. He just parked the wheelchair in front.
That's even more.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It's like, what do we like? You literally stop in traffic so you can haggle people for money. Like, and I wonder. Part of it, there was on the other side of the street, so part of me wondered, like, I wonder if he's saying, like, I moved my wheelchair for $1.
Yeah, I bet he is. Honestly,
I feel like that's what he was doing. Like,
but that's a crazy gamble because most people don't have cash anymore.
And that's literally getting me.
You just gonna keep it there all day? Honestly, like, you gonna have some big truck come up in there and just boot it.
Right. Just move right on out.
Yeah.
Right out of the way.
And they're gonna be so mad they don't care if they break it. Like,
I've seen something really strange one day, and because it's so random too. I was driving, and it was the same day, and I don't know if this is a thing, but it was really weird. It was the same day, almost like kind of in the same kind of area, but it was at different times too. Like, it was these like middle-aged men walking with baby strollers with no babies in them.
I've seen that before.
And I was, it was like, what is, like, it was so weird.
I think it's one of two things, because there was that old trend like years ago where people were on the side of the road with baby strollers, like, turned away, blanket over it, acting like it's a child and they're in need, and then would, like, rob or to, like, take their car or off them or whatever. Really? Yeah. So it's either that or they just found a stroller somewhere and they wanted to, like, not have to carry their shit in their hands.
But there was nothing in there. Because it was, it was on the sidewalk.
But then they probably were doing that.
That's what I was wondering, because it was so
Or they
weird.
were, like, not there and thought there was a baby in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But it was just so weird. Like, when I say it was so weird, it's like...
Super weird.
Because, like, they just walking down the sidewalk, and of course I'm looking, you know what I mean? Because I'm in your 30s, so you can, clearly... And I'm looking like, yo, there's no baby in there. It was lit twice the same day, 2 different men.
Oh, and they weren't together?
No, it was like...
Oh, wow.
That's what I say. It was like...
They got a missing baby gang going on.
That's what I was wondering. And so, of course, my mind went to all...
somewhere around there.
My mind went to all, like, of course, the worst things, because it was just...
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. Like, wow. Because I was just even thinking, like, even on a regular day, why would anybody walk around with a stroller with no kid in it? Like, just, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, I didn't understand. I didn't get it.
No, especially if it's not full of stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't full of anything. They were literally empty strollers.
Were they big ones or were they
big
like...
ones? They was like full.
Wow.
It was so weird. Like, it really made me
Unless
think.
They
like,
just jacked the stroller and then they're on the move. I don't know. And you can't run with the stroller because then you definitely seem off. So you have to seem casual about it.
And like I said, the first time, okay, it's weird, but then the second time, like, almost same kind of area. 2 different. It was just like
honestly, that makes me think there's a little stroller gang that's doing that same trick.
Like that's why.
I like. Honestly, I'm sorry. I wish I could help people, but I do not stop for people on the side of the road. I can't. I can't.
I hate it too.
I want to every time, but like, there's just too many dangerous things and.
I've been to see people, might need help or cars, and again, I've been in times where people have done it for me, and I'm always grateful, but. It's just, like you say, if
no one's over there, then I might, like, call the cops for them. If no one's actively helping, like, I still look out for them and stuff, but it's just too many dangerous things. And honestly, if someone looks like a man and they're on the side of the road, like, sorry, I'm never gonna stop for you. I will maybe consider it if they look like they are a woman, so.
Or hurting stuff.
Yeah, or if they're, like... actively hurt
because some people be playing that off too. Yeah, because that was the thing about these shows.
If I actively see someone get hurt, then yes.
Yeah, and that was the thing too that was getting me too, is like how, even because again you gotta be careful watching little law shows because they get you. But
I grew up watching all that crazy shit.
It was just how so many places, so many times where, like, people don't even be doing anything, like, saying, like, you're literally in your home, your day to day, and then boom, home invasion. Saying, this crazy, those kind of things. Like, it is just so wild, like how sometimes randomly acts of like violence can happen, whether you not ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, it got to be somebody close to you at all. Like, literally,
Yeah.
It was wild.
At one of my old places, we, the place. That was the first place I lived when we met. But, we were, like, all working restaurant jobs. So we were, like, all gone. And we, one of my roommates came back and, like, I don't know if they knew right away or what, but the timeline added up that we figured out later that people must have been right in our home when they got back, or were, like, actively leaving when they got back, like, through the basement.
Wow.
And they only stole, like, some of my roommate's stuff, but they had one of my other roommate's stuff upstairs. They had all of their stuff, like, spread around. They had their bag, like, they had a bunch of stuff in their book bag that they didn't have in their book bag before, so they were, like, grabbing and going, and they were going to take it with them. That's why it had to be so quick that they didn't take it with them. They just ended up taking the Xbox or whatever. Yeah. And that, like, I was already so paranoid because of what I watched and stuff, but now, like, that, I couldn't sleep for, like, months there. Months and months. I was just so scared. And I had just... I wasn't even there that weekend. I had literally thought about installing the security cameras, and I was like, I'll do it when I get back. And then they did that. Which is also why I'm like, is it someone we know? But, yeah, it's just crazy. Like, I just am, like, 10 times more paranoid now, and Lord bless my roommates now, because they have to deal with me being like, lock every bolt in all the time and never leave it unlocked. And lock your windows and don't leave your windows and like don't have your lights in the same way every single time because then you go. I don't say that last part, but I do think that's the part. I think it for me. I try to never create patterns.
Yeah.
So people are always guessing.
Absolutely.
It's less of a chance.
I agree.
That they gonna mess me up.
I agree. You got to. You just never. You know what I'm saying? You never know, man.
Yeah. It's just sad that, like, I feel like I have to think like that to keep myself safe, you know?
Right.
It's just weird.
It is, you know? And
that's one reason why I'm also excited, to whenever I move to the UK, because their doors, like, I don't know how you break in there. Their doors are, unless you got one of the new doors, the old school doors with them crazy keys.
Really?
I don't know how you break into that. I really don't. And they got 1 million stairs. Like, no elevators,
really?
Just stairs. And they're spiral little small stairs that you can barely fit anything. I don't know how they move anything up the stairs to move in. I don't know how they do it.
That's so crazy.
So there ain't no way.
Everything is like IKEA furniture. You gotta build.
Yeah, exactly. For real. Or already furnished. A lot of their apartments are already furnished, though.
Okay.
Yeah, they do a lot of flats. Culture.
Yeah, international, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just, it's wild out here in the States.
It is. It had me thinking, especially, even though I feel like Nell was like, yeah, she got her dual citizenship. I should have been thinking about it. Like, I feel like, you just need a plan B sometimes, just in case you get a little crazy.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, it is wild though, but I mean, all those things, like, like say with those kind of shows, it's like, man, people it's wild, Like, you just never know. Oh my gosh.
You do never know. But I hate the, like, I also, it's so weird because it feels like whenever I stop doing all the anxious things to protect myself, then something happens.
Yeah, right.
So then it feels like I have to, but I hate, like, living like that and being in fear because, like, that's no way to live.
Right.
And I want to, like, experience the full scope of life that you can't do if you're always trying to protect yourself from what comes next and you're never in the moment.
Right, and I agree. But I do think always, precautions.
Yeah.
Being aware. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just need to be aware and not scared.
Right. Aware. That's how it is. Being more aware and not scared. And you know what I'm saying? In the end of this, I believe everybody. I don't know everybody, but I do believe in that. Hey. The rights to bear arms, man. Gotta do what you gotta do. But that's dangerous too, because where we're at now, where you got like states like in Florida, Texas, where it's like completely legal to carry all kind of things, and man.
Yesterday I was in a regular ass neighborhood. And there was somebody shooting, and it was so close. And there's no way like that they didn't end up, like, I don't know, hitting somebody's shed or something. Like, they very easily could have offed someone.
Right.
Very easily, because it was all these houses bunched together. I could see all the houses around, and there were not, like, woods protecting. There were not all these spaces. Like, I don't know what they were shooting against. But it was scary. I was trying to find them because it was so loud that I knew it was so close. But I couldn't see them either. And I'm like, damn, y'all got a straight shot of me because where I was pretty open. Like,
not the witness.
I'm going to just swim under the water.
A witness, not a witness.
Yeah. I know. I just swim immediately.
Yeah, but those things be funny though. First 48 with that. First 48
It'd be funny.
Only because they like the snitches come out real fast. It's so funny. All right, I'm gonna tell you what happened, man. I saw one episode. He's like, man, can I get a cigarette? They went through the whole office looking for a pack of cigarettes. Like literally, like.
Honestly, you can ask for whatever you want when you have information for them. That's what
They found that man a pack of cigarettes.
I ain't no snitch. I hate the snitches, but y'all snitches better recognize that y'all can get more than what you're getting. You just telling all this information
for nothing. Can I get a
for
Coke?
nothing? Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. You're just asking for your freedom. Right. You're not asking for more. You got what they want, baby.
Yeah, listen, that's why I said.
They gonna pop $1 million off to the guy stealing the planes. They gonna do something for you.
You know what? You just ordered something. You just said a mouthful just now. Yeah, he ain't thinking big enough. Snitching, you're not thinking big enough, baby.
Right, because you're already risking life by snitching on somebody.
So you want to know who did it, huh?
I need witness protection. I need a big house. I need all them coins. Like
yeah,
I
need a Lamborghini like in an hour. I promise you. Yeah, we got it right here. So pull up.
Yeah.
Tyrone did it. Yeah, everything
I can find him on Life 360 right now.
I bet you follow me. I take it to him.
But I need that money deposited in my bank account.
In the bank account.
Uh-huh.
And then they get you for so crazy, which I had to look this up because I thought it was so wild that these two people. I told you I was busy watching this thing, y'all. These two people ended up unaliving this couple or whatever like that. Oh, no. And so when they, of course, found them, you had the evidence, they get surveillance, because that's the thing about these criminals too. Let's talk about it for just 2 seconds. Like, listen, I know, people be planning these crimes, and it's like, listen, I don't think people understand, like, we're in an age of like technology and so much, but like, first of all, there's really no such thing as like the perfect crime because these people have access to stuff that's like, honestly, just don't do it because they will find, like, even when you think. Because, again, so many people have done things and criminals have already done things to where these people are already on top of it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And stuff you're not even really thinking about, okay, if I got a little alibi, but you're not thinking the fact that they, they done found your cousin from, 5 states away. Or found a text that you deleted, but it's still up in the... Like, the ways that they can find things and find clues is amazing. But which is why it blows my mind that there's so many unsolved crimes. Like, honestly, I think a good percentage of unsolved crimes is also from people on the inside trying to make them unsolved. Yeah, and I think it's a little bit both. I think some of them are older. Old. Yeah, old. Yeah, so it's like they didn't have, and then and a lot of stuff too. A lot of times it's like you have the suspect, you have all the pieces, but a lot of times they do need that murder weapon. They do, what I'm saying? And if you've done really well with, unless they got really good, like, probable cause with evidence without it, typically, it's one thing they kind of need. Because then at the end of the day, it's always proper, not proper cause, but it's always, kind of hearsay, or that's not the word I'm looking for, but when they can't make a decision, typically. I can't think of the name of it at the moment. I don't know why I can't think either, because I just thought about something else. Have you seen, have you seen Under the Bridge, I think is what it's called, on Hulu? Oh, no. It's a good show, but a disgusting and terrible story. I forgot, like, I don't know how far along I was when I forgot it was based on a true story. But then it got me in the end because I was like, I can't believe, like, someone, like, some kids, like, really did this to another kid. Like, Yeah. And, like, it's just crazy to think about, like, people so young getting into things that are so scary and, like, so, like... How do they wrap their minds around that? Like, what are they thinking? Like, I mean, and probably be always wondering, like, is it like a, because you grow up, you do believe things you do see, and so, of course, there was the things back then, like, do video games make you violent and all these kind of things, and I don't think that in retrospect they make you violent type of thing, but if you, believe it or you kind of, especially growing up, like, there's places where you're kind of shelter for real reality because your reality is only based off like the experience your parents give you or so those kind of things. So I can see where a kid could be like, I've seen even the cartoons they do violent things and but you think okay they can just spawn back or even video games you can spawn back so you do something like recently like a girl unalived her cousin because she had a phone and the girl was like this girl was I think they say was like 11, 12 and like suffocated the girl with a pillow, and then like even afterwards like tried to clean up the scene a little bit by making it look like the other kid was asleep and all this kind of stuff like, and it's just like how do you process that at 11 like
Yeah.
I would do, you know what I'm saying? I would do this, or it's kind of that false reality, intrusive thought thing, and then impulse. I would just do it, and then it's
not thinking ahead. Yeah, because like honestly, as you get older, you start to learn more about like things have consequences, like even more, and if that's not instilled in you young, and then it's also so many things that are at our disposal, like even like you said, cartoons, like action movies, like all these things have so much violence, but then the actor is fine, like, and so it's like, and then it's also, it kind of in a way is telling people who aren't taught otherwise that it's okay. Right. So it just but I don't want to like get rid of those movies, but it's like, how do we make sure we still instill in those values without putting it all on the parents, because you don't know their family situation, you don't know if they even have parents, you don't know any of that.
Right.
So how do we like toe that line, like maybe in the schools or different places where we can like make sure that these kids know, first of all, that there are consequences to all your actions, and then second of all, like that violence is never the answer, and to work through their emotions and talk things out.
And not other people don't get that. You get the other things. Somebody hit you, you hit it back. Somebody, you know what I mean? Those kind of things, is kind of, or you get, again, you talk about consequences, where some people don't do consequences when they should be consequences, especially some parents. Like, I've seen it, and, I got a lot of teachers, friends who are teachers who they make a rule in their classroom, and then the parents will come down and, you know what I'm saying? Like, or, say like a phone, for instance, take away the phone. Take phone, then the parents coming down, irate at the teacher for taking their phone. It's like, your child is disturbing the classroom. Like, and you have parents who really would go down there up in arms and ready to fight the teacher for your child disturbing, and so many teachers told me, these things and stuff like that, and it's crazy,
That's why they need the school to make a rule, because my mom's school made a rule. And I was, like, wondering if, like, it got really bad for them. And she's like, no, I mean, like, there's been some people, of course, that were like, nah. But most people, like, the kids are actually really cool with it. Yeah. At least with her, because they like her. But I can't speak for other teachers. But, like, she's seen that it's made a huge difference in learning. Yeah. And in how far they're able to get into the curriculum. Because they're not having to deal with, like, half the class are on their phones at different times,
Right.
So I think that's actually really, really smart.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it should be classroom settings like that anyway.
I would be mad because I never use my phone in class. I'd be like, why you gotta take my personal property? Right. Because I'm gonna pay attention. Like, I am a nerd, okay?
Right. But I didn't have one until sometime in high school, but I didn't either. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't. Yeah. Especially because anybody I was ever talking to and stuff like that. Especially, with the older folks, too. Like,
we couldn't do shit on it. They need it now, though.
You can't really do much.
You got ChatGPT and all that stuff.
Right.
So,
Oh, yeah, because you can make this stuff make you hope. I know school now. Oh, my gosh. Write me an essay.
It's crazy. It's crazy, though, because they're not really learning. Yeah. Like, they can learn some.
But I feel like, especially come to education, this could be episode by itself too, but
I know
I felt like we always there, but but I do feel like I feel like our education system definitely needs to be reformatted in so many ways, because again the things,
and why are old people in charge of our education system?
And there's and again, like, there's kind of conspiracies in that regard too, as far as like the construct of our education is really to create workers and what I'm saying, those kind of things. But you kind of see it because so if you look at it really in the context of like how many things we had to learn, and we talk about it, that we don't use, and the things that we really need, financial literacy, taxes, all these things. Yeah. They don't teach at all, and that it's like
consent.
Right? Yes, you know what I'm saying. You got to be learning to play Pythagorean theorem, but like I said, I can't even fill out the W-2 correctly.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, for real. I'm in accounting, so I see that all the time. They can't.
We talking about those employers pull out that W-2. That they start feeling like the SAT and stuff like that.
I know. It does have like paragraphs of really useless information.
It's like really only
and then it has like 10 pages after the only part you have to fill out.
It's just like, am I one dependent or zero. Like, do I?
Yeah.
You got found me? Or can I do I count?
I know.
Like,
now I know how to fill out, but like there were definitely years because I didn't have to fill it out that often. That I was like double checking, like, what should I do?
Right. Yeah.
Should I take all my taxes out? Should I not? What is it do to me? I don't understand.
Should I withhold? Should I not withhold?
Yeah.
Like, what's the rules to this? You know.
Do my pets count as kids?
Right. Seriously though.
I wish though. That'd be great.
I thought you can do something now.
Oh, for real?
Because they're considered dependent. So I think you put those dependents.
Hold on.
Because theoretically.
Hold on, no. This will be how we end our episode with this answer because I need to know.
It's because it's way.
Because I never actually looked that up. I was just making a joke. Okay.
I feel like, unless they have like provisions where it's like they got to be like a service animal, but I feel like.
Yeah, maybe a service animal.
Yeah.
No, you were dead wrong.
No,
I knew that. I knew they wouldn't do that. It says a pet cannot be claimed as a dependent on their owner's U.S. taxes, but the IRS does grant certain tax deductions for dogs or other pets, so I do need to figure out that part because I ain't fill out any. But it's only for business animals, service animals, performance animals, foster pets, or donating to a pet-based charity.
Oh, okay. So that's
So
okay.
not for your regular pooch.
But if the pooch was adopted though.
No, if it's a foster.
Oh, you know what I mean? Like.
Or a service animal.
So what's a foster dog compared to a adopted dog? Like, are we not still foster?
Will and Faith foster, where they
hold them and then they give them. It's like, okay, yes, okay.
Yeah.
That makes
they
sense.
like basically raise them until they can find another family. It's just like foster kids. Like,
okay.
You know, you raise them until they can find another family. Sometimes people foster to own, but once it's owned, then you wouldn't be able to claim it.
But you could claim it for the year though, for half the year.
You could claim it for whatever it's fostered for. Yeah. But like once you own it, you can't. Yeah.
But this
well, that's good to know. We learned something new today. Sometimes jokes
you're gonna say that. Foster
learning.
one pet a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Become a foster pet.
And they'll take care of the like they take care of
stuff and all that stuff, don't they?
Yeah. They take care of basically everything but the animal. Like the foster program does. Yeah. Like they help you. I'm pretty sure they pay for the food and stuff. They better, honestly, because I can't.
Yeah.
You expect me to raise this pet?
All the things.
And do all these things that it requires to have a pet.
Especially because some people do like multiple fosters. So I'm sure that gets crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they
crazy.
I know they do all the healthcare though for them. And I'm sure they do grooming or something if they need it. Because they don't want their little fosters looking crazy and not being adopted because they look crazy.
We like to go for the natural look.
Yeah.
We like to keep them in their primate state.
Yeah, this is just to remind you of what it could look like if you didn't take care of them.
In the eyes of an angel.
His ears are poking up a little bit. He looked at us with like the arms of the angel's face. He like so sad. He was like, y'all are getting rid of me.
So sad. They looking so sad. I get rid of That's so funny. Not animals fear for life.
They're triggered by that song for real. We're triggered by crying. They're triggered because they think they have to get God.
Wait a minute. Am I doing bad? My bones showing?
Oh, I love you, baby.
So, is your way to say I'm going back to the streets? At least grab a toy first.
Oh, no. He's too bougie for the streets now. And he's so cute, somebody would find him and take him for real.
Partially bougie. I feel like he be trying to still go back into him.
Yes. He does go into street mode sometimes.
He do go into street mode.
He does, but he loves being a little spoiled and bougie too.
Oh man, this is great.
He's closing his eyes. So cute. I wish y'all could see him. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He looks so cute. Well, yeah, that was an episode.
That was an episode.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
We're going to do that more, y'all.
Yeah, we are. I like it.
I did like it, too.
I know. It got a little dark and deep.
It did.
And I never got to say this. I did give that woman the $1 I found on the ground, but I'm going to go buy her candy apples sometime soon. I'll let you know how they are. Not the toilet $1, just the parking lot $1 that I found. So.
Oh, that's funny.
That's all I had. If I would have had more, I would have given it more.
Sure, same way.
So yeah, hey, find $1, give $1.
That's it.
That's the message of today.
$1, give $1 for sure. I'd be like, hey, you got $1. Hey, I just gave it to the last spot. It's a lot of y'all.
Right. Look on the ground, man. That's how I found it. You gotta search. Man, I miss the days of used to find 20s on the ground and you can't find them 20s anymore.
Everybody got on the cars now.
You only find $1.
Bring the dollars back, man.
Uh-huh.
Bring the dollars back.
Mm-hmm. That's what we got for y'all today. Tell us how you like this episode, please, and let us know if you want us to do more. Also, drop in the comments what kind of like mocktail or food situation you'd like, and if you'd like how you'd like that episode to run. So, do you want us to film us just blindfold eating? Do you want us to cut it and do cooking session and then eating, or what do you want us to do?
Right. Yes.
Let us know. Tell us what to do, baby. And yeah, I had so much fun.
This was good. This is great.
Yeah.
So glad. Yeah.
And happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
It's our day. Yes, today for us.
Oh yeah.
Now you're showing my real hair. Oh God. Okay.
Okay.
Come on, Ted. Come on. Let's say bye. Come on. All right. Okay. Gotta stretch it out first. See, I know the diva for real. Come here. Come here. Okay. Well, I guess he gonna be down there.
Okay, it's fine.
Come on. That's
he
fine.
look like I'm here.
He's like, it's your fault that you didn't put me on the camera right now. Even though you know where you could be.
He's smiling.
He is smiling. I just wish y'all could see because it's so cute. This is one of his favorite toys, but it's so loud. So I tried not to squeeze it.
Yeah, probably heard it in the last episode because it wasn't that camera. It wasn't the microphone.
Oh no!
But luckily you say sorry. You know,
okay.
Disclaimer.
You probably heard it a couple times today.
It was loud.
Whatever we could do to keep this boy calm, but it is what it is. We love him. I won't in the arms of the angel to you. I won't. You're already in the arms of an angel.
Say that. He's smiling.
He is smiling. He likes it. Oh, you sweet boy. And you're a sweet boy. And you're a sweet person. I don't know if you're a sweet boy, but you're a sweet person. Yeah, we love y'all.
We love y'all.
Okay.
That's all you got.
Yeah. Okay. Love you. Bye. Oh, now you want to get up.
So funny.